What's going on, everybody? Rob here, aka Trev2323. I'm gonna do a little review on my Frigidaire ice maker here. That's the ice that is made right here. Okay, so we had it for not even a year yet, and you see right now it's just sitting on the countertop. It's plugged in right here. We don't have a ice maker in our brand new refrigerator. Not brand new, it's probably when we had the kitchen done we had the refrigerator put in, but there's no ice maker in here because we actually got 3 freezers in this house. This freezer, the freezer and the refrigerator downstairs, and the deep freezer. So, and we stock them to the hilt. So what I did was I purchased a tabletop Frigidaire. It's not even uncovered yet. This is a tabletop Frigidaire ice maker. Okay, so since there's just 2 of us in the house, we actually don't go through a lot of ice. So with this right here, it makes 9 cubes. 9 cubes, this is the size, I'll throw it away. This is the size. It makes 9 cubes every 6 minutes. So you could, if you're a mathematician, you could break that down. It makes 9 cubes every 6 minutes. So if we do have a party, we do wind up having a cooler and we put a big bag of ice in the cooler. This right here is just for me and my wife. I guess every 2 or 3 weeks I'll bring it upstairs and then we'll just fill up our little ice bin in there, and that'll last us 2 or 3 weeks. So for me and my wife, it is really good to use, but we keep it downstairs because they say tabletop, but I mean it's kind of bulky for a countertop ice maker right here. But it'll take us to fill up that whole ice tray. We just have it up here on a day we're doing nothing, and every now and then we come, because you do have to fill it up. See, the water actually just gets poured underneath. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have taken that out. But the water just gets poured underneath. Now I gotta fill up again because that was supposed to be, the ice are supposed to be sitting in the water. So I kind of messed that one up. So let me shut this off. The ice is supposed to be sitting in the water, so I shouldn't have taken that off. But you just pour your water in through here so it kind of reaches the bottom of that. And then see, it was making the cubes right there. That's where it's making the cubes on right there. Turn it back on. Alright, so it's gonna turn back on and fill back up now. But like I said, so if you're thinking you're getting this right here because you're gonna have a party, you're probably gonna have to spend a day or 2 collecting ice with this thing. So it really is just easier buying going to the store to buy a bag of ice. But to have this in the house, like a day like today, it's a loungy, lazy day or whatever, we just bring this upstairs and me and my wife just let this fill up. Now this right here will not store the ice. This will not store the ice. These cubes will begin to melt if you leave them in here. They will begin to melt. It doesn't keep them like constantly stored. Okay, so you do have to put them in your ice tray or in your ice, wherever you're putting them, in the cooler or whatever. We just put it in the little ice container inside the freezer. But we got this because we didn't want to take up the freezer space with the ice maker. But like I said, for a party, you would probably need a bigger one than this, or start making your ice 2 or 3 days in advance. If you got a far away to go to get your ice or whatever, then yeah, you got to plan ahead, make your ice 2 or 3 days in advance. But for us, we don't use ice that much, so the ice in our freezer will last, maybe 2 to 3 weeks before we finish the whole thing of ice. And then on a lazy day, a Sunday or whatever, bring it up, put it on the counter, and make our ice. It weighs about 10 to 12 pounds. And I fill it up with the Brita water. We got so used to the Brita water. That's our Brita filter right there. It makes a huge difference. You will never go back to regular tap water if you get a Brita water. Either way, that's my reviews. That's what I have to say about this. We paid, I think we got on sale for like $100. We keep it right next to here. We just, fill the little container up when it goes down. 9 pieces of ice every 6 minutes. And then, after it sits in there like 2 or 3 times, we let it do 2 or 3 times, and then we just throw it in the freezer, and it'll just keep making the ice. Then by the end of the day, we take it back downstairs, and we don't need to see it again for 2 or 3 weeks. Now, if you're a big ice user or a lot of ice users, it is stated to be a countertop one. So if you have it somewhere that you need it, all you gotta do is push the button on and push the button off, or you have it by outlet, you can push the button on, push the button off. It seals pretty good, so you could leave kind of water. I wouldn't say leave water in there for a month and use it, but if you're a frequent user of ice, or you have a lot of kids, heck, that could be a chore for the kids to make the ice. All right, either way, wanted to review this Frigidaire tabletop ice maker. Talk to you later. Subscribe, like, and share.